Hi, this is Zach Smith from Channeltivity, bringing you our first ever video release notes. So let's get started with the MDF changes. Just because you'll see it a lot, the first improvement that I'm going to talk about is the updated terminology that is used around MDF request balances. Let's go to the workflow settings so I can illustrate the changes. You see the different stages here, and the workflow is usually that the request starts at the top and goes through different stages. And so each of the stages can now be categorized as requested, which is the same as open, allocated, which means that you've approved or pre-approved the funds that have been requested and they've been kind of locked away from the available partner balance, reimbursed, which is you've reimbursed the partner for the funds that they've spent that have been approved, and denied, which means the request didn't go through or was kind of cut short at some point. This is something that you'll see throughout the module, and I just wanted to explain up front. The next improvement that many of you will find really useful is allowing you to set MDF balance expiration dates. So here's how you enable the setting in the MDF module settings page. And with this setting enabled, you can now set the expiration date when you issue funds to a partner. And then when the partner submits a request and you approve it, the amount is automatically pulled from the partner's funds using the funds with the earliest expiration date first. So if the partner doesn't use the funds, any unused funds will automatically disappear on that date. So unless of course they've been allocated prior, and there's a couple of different rules that you can set up to determine how the allocation, how the approval works. Another thing to note is that the partner MDF balances functionality can now be completely turned off. This is really good news for those of you that don't issue funds to partners, but just approve each MDF request on a case-by-case basis. Turning off MDF balances hides all balance-related page elements, of course, to give you a cleaner UI. The next improvement I want to show you are the new MDF email reminders, which can be accessed in the admin module settings. The worst thing that can happen is that you issue marketing funds and the partners don't use them because they forget. So by enabling these reminders, the partner gets regular emails that tell them about expiring balances, new funds, pending requests, and so on, so that they can stay engaged and be successful using your funds and generating leads, etc. That brings me to the deal registration link that we created in this version as well, which allows you to show the ROI of your MDF program. So on this settings page, you can configure Channeltivity to allow specifying an MDF request as the source of a deal in the deal registration module. And when the partner does that, it kind of closes the loop and shows you how your marketing dollars affect actual sales, and there's a lot of cool reporting that we've built into the module that you'll find useful. The last major thing that I'm going to talk about is the Brainshark integration, which we've had an integration with Brainshark for a while now, but up to now it was limited to single sign-on into their Learning Locker module. With the new release, first of all, you can add Brainshark video presentations directly to your library, but then you can also configure the Brainshark tab a bit differently, so you can display any type of Brainshark content, any type of Brainshark destination as a URL, and then the single sign-on process will log the partners in there and allow them to access the content. So those are really the main features to look out for. Of course, there's a lot of other stuff that I didn't cover, but these are the main ones. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next month.